Alright, call halal Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. I want to say Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom wa barakim. Labakam Shayah Sha'ala. Wa Zakwanim God Wala Rakab. Alright, it's most high in the name of the in the name of the Son, peace and blessings to elect the Israel and the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Okay, this is just a quick video on virgin birth. This is for the elect. This video right here, this is strictly for the elect of Israel. Because they're the only ones that are going to understand this truth, you know, and this is just some to arm yourself against the false doctrine. This is just an aspect of it, because it really did behoove Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, or Yahweh, to make his son Yahweh Shai like unto his brethren, and because the Most High is not an adulterer, you know. People will try to say that Joseph is Yahweh Shai, or the Lord's stepfather, and James and his brothers and his sisters are his stepbrothers and stepsisters. But that's not the truth, you know. Or they'll try to say that Gabriel has sex with Mary, you know, like Gabriel's committed adultery, you know, but that's not the case either. So I just had some scriptures to combat that, you know, that false doctrine. Okay, so this is Hebrews. We'll start here in Hebrews, the 2nd chapter, Hebrews 2 and 16. It says, "Verily he took not on himself, verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham." And that word for seed is sperma, and it means progeny, children, or posterity. All right. "Wherefore in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren, that he might be merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to the Most High, to make reconciliation for the sins of the people." Talking about the elect. You know, that's why I really said this is really for the elect. This video is strictly for the elect. You know, I don't care about views or what other people have to think. You know, as long as the elect get it and understand it and grasp it and are armed with it, then, you know, I've done my job unto edification. So it says it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren. So let's get an example. This is 2 Samuel with David and how Solomon was born. It says, "And David comforted Bathsheba, his wife," because you read the story, all right, her previous husband got killed in the heat of the battle. All right, and it says, and David comforted Bathsheba, his wife, and also, you know, you got to read the backdrop of it. And David was fasting, and there's a lot more to it, but this is just the point here of how one of his brethren, how he was made like unto one of his brethren. This is strictly from his lineage, Yahweh Shai's lineage. It says, "And David comforted Bathsheba his wife, and went in unto her." Alright, and he went in unto her, and lay with her, and she bare a son, and called his name Solomon, and the Lord loved him. So that's how all the brothers, all the Israelites were created, you know, for the father having actual sex with the mother. So it said he took not on the nature of angels. So what is the nature of angels? To answer that part, okay, you go to Mark 12 and start at 18. It says, "Then come unto the Sadducees, which say there is no resurrection. And they asked him, saying, Master, Moses wrote unto us, if a man's brother die and leave him a wife behind him, and leave no children, that his brother should take his wife and raise up seed unto his brother. Now there were 7 brethren, and the first took a wife and died and left no seed, and the second took her and died, neither left he any seed, and the third likewise. And the 7 had her and left no seed. Last of all, the woman died also. In the resurrection thereof, when they shall rise, whose wife shall she be of them? For the 7 had her to wife." So if you don't understand what's going on right here, let me give you a synopsis of what's going on. Alright, so the Sadducees are asking him, a woman and a man were together, and the man died. And in our laws, if the man dies, if he has brothers, the brother's supposed to take the wife and raise up seed so the name is not going to put out. So this happened, and it happened 7 times with the 7 brothers, and no seed was left, and they all died, and the woman died also. So now they're asking in the resurrection, meaning basically in the kingdom, alright, when everyone's raised and in the kingdom again, whose wife is she going to be? Alright, or really when they go to sleep, when they go to sleep, when they die, whose wife is she? Alright, that's why it says, when they shall rise, whose wife shall she be of them? for the 7 had her to wife. So Yahushua kind of got upset. So listen here how he replies. It says, and Yahushua answering said unto them, do ye not therefore err, because ye know not the scriptures, neither the power of Yahweh? It says, for when they shall rise from the dead, they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels which are in heaven. Because angels don't marry, alright? There's no marriages or sex going on up in the heavens. Okay? The angels don't have sex, so that cuts old Gabriel having sex with her, the Most High impregnating Mary. It did not happen that way. Okay? And back then, that didn't come about until the Roman Catholic Church. This whole virgin birth thing didn't come about until way after. Back then, everybody knew who his mother and his father were. Alright? And it was written in here specifically because Yahweh Shem Yahushua knew in his plan that further along in time, the Roman Catholic Church was going to come out with something like this. That's why 2/3 believe this, and this video is really for the elect, like I said, you know. This is Mark 13 and 53. It says, and it came to pass, and when Yahushua had finished these parables, he departed thence, and when he was coming to his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, and so much, it says, and when he was coming to his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, and so much that they were astonished, and said, whence has this man this wisdom and these mighty works? Is not this the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary, and his brethren James and Joseph and Simon and Judas? So why would they ask, is not this the carpenter's son, if he was supposed to be born of a virgin birth? In these times that people speak about now. Back then it was practical knowledge, and everybody knew that he was born from Joseph. That's why this whole virgin birth thing, it goes into the worship of Queen of Heaven as well, you know. But I hope that was edification unto the elect, you know. I mean, that's pretty straightforward with those scriptures right there. That he didn't take on the nature of angels; he took on the seed of Abraham, meaning Joseph has sex with Mary. All right, and it says, wherefore in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren. And we know how all of us were made, alright? It's all known how we were made, and back then they all knew that it was the carpenter's son. Okay? So the carpenter being Yahusap, his father Joseph. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. I hope that was edifying, and I'll say Shalom.